Chapter 2, Mishnah 2. The Mishnah returns to the subject of personal offerings brought on Yom Tov. Before personal offering is slaughtered, the owner places his hands on the head of the animal and leans down on it. This is known as smicha, leaning. The Mishnah cites a dispute as to whether smicha is performed on Yom Tov. Yossi ben Yozer says not to perform smicha on an offering on Yom Tov because leaning on an animal is rabbinically forbidden on Yom Tov. But Yossi ben Yochanan says it is proper to perform smicha on Yom Tov because the sages lifted this prohibition in the case of offerings brought on Yom Tov. These two sages were the first of 5 generations of zugos, pairs of sages, who led the Jewish people. The Mishnah records that this dispute continued through 5 generations. The second generation, Yoshua ben Perachia, says not to perform smicha on Yom Tov, and Nittai Ha'ar Beli says to perform smicha on Yom Tov. The third generation, Yehuda ben Tabai, says not to perform smicha on Yom Tov, and Shmicha ben Shatach says to perform smicha on Yom Tov. The fourth generation, Shemaiah, says to perform smicha on Yom Tov, and Av Talon says not to perform smicha on Yom Tov. In the fifth generation, Hillel and Menachem did not argue about it. However, Menachem left the Sanhedrin and Shammai entered in his place, at which point the dispute began again. Shammai says not to perform smicha on Yom Tov, and Hillel says to perform smicha on Yom Tov. The Mishnah gives the titles of each sage in the pairs named above. The first ones mentioned in each pair were the Nisim, presidents of the court, and the second ones mentioned were the Av Beis Din, chief of the courts, deputy to the president.